Kenny's going to be watching this video from Open Air Adventure. He's just going to be shaking his head. Like, Mike. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Maintenance with Mike. So today we are in the garage dealing with something that's been causing some issues for quite a while now. This is my limbing saw. It's a Homelite Super2 SL. I have no idea how old it is, but it is a great saw. Never let me down until now, and it was my own fault. So we're gonna dive into what the problem is, and what happened, and how it happened. So let's get started. So the Homelite Super2 SL has, you can see the bar is removed. There's an adjustment screw that tightens the tension on the chain, or on the bar here, right? Pulls the bar in and out. A lot of people mistakenly use this nut with your scrinch and over tighten this. And what has happened is the threads right before the bar there are stripped. So the question I ask myself is, can I tap? Well, I guess it's not really a tap, it's threading. Tapping is going into something, so I would need to rethread this bolt. And can it be rethreaded as it sits, or do I need to retract the case and take it all apart? The fuel tank is right at the front here, and so is that bolt. And what I've heard is the bolt goes through the fuel tank with some sort of O-ring or something. I don't know. I need to look at what I have for tap and die set here and see if it fits with this shroud in the way. So let me grab that kit and we'll get looking at it. Okay, so here's the kit that I have. And I don't know if I can tell by looking at these wrenches that they take quite a bit of room to turn. Don't know how that would go with this shroud, and this doesn't come off as a separate piece, unfortunately. The saw maybe could use a good cleaning by the looks of it. So maybe a good opportunity to pick all this crap out of here if I do take it all apart. I would just need to thread it down a bit. I guess you could take one side off and do it, but then I don't think you're going to get it straight. I think it's going to be pretty tough to do. Oh boy. I think I'm going to have to take it apart, unfortunately. It's just going to be really hard to do. Like, I don't have any access. I think my fate is sealed here. I think that has to come apart. Rethreading it does not look like an option at this point. There's no room to get in there. And I'm hoping, from what I've seen on the internet, this nut is sort of where they've ground, let's call it, they grind the shoulders off at two sections, and it basically fits into a slot. So I'm hoping I can remove this and slide a 1/4-20 in there, and then use just the standard 1/4-inch nuts. So I'm going to check out YouTube and see what I can find for what bolts I need to undo to take this apart to get to that. So I want to give a shout out to Leon's Chainsaw and Parts Repair. Those are the videos I've watched. And I believe on this one, I just have to tap it out in the gas tank, and that it doesn't actually, bolt doesn't pass through it. So that is good news. I don't know if I'm just going to use a standard bolt. He actually orders this specific bolt, and it's probably because of the way that shoulder is. So I'll see how easy it is to order that. But first and foremost, I think we're going to have to take this handle off first, and then this side of the case is going to come off. 5/16 it is. No, I have no idea if this has ever been taken apart. And by the looks of the video, Leon's video there, it looks like I don't have to take any fuel lines off the carburetor and all that. It all stays on the one side. Let's keep these bolts over here separate. And these are the coil side. When I say coil, I mean the pull start. Recoil, is that what that is? Let's call it that. Ooh, I think this is going to be a good opportunity to maybe blow some dust through this thing as well. Even though it doesn't take long for it to get dirty again out in the bush with all the stuff flying. Now, is that it? It looks like it's on part of that, so maybe if we undo this bolt up here. Oh boy. Need a different screwdriver for that. Want one that fits in there nicely. Oh, we got it. I think I might have to put a little bit of Loctite on that one when I put it back together, because I don't want to have to try to tighten that up so much again. And I don't want this rattling out. So that should just slide off here now. Oh boy. Wow. Look at that. So I'm not too sure how the rest of this comes apart yet. We're kind of learning as we go. These look like a Torx bolt, but of course they're just caked with sawdust. These bottom bolts here and these top bolts here would allow us to slide that out, and I'd need to take the plug out. So we've got a pick here. These are, looks like an Allen bolt. And let's put a bit of air in those. Nope, that is not an Allen. That is Torx. And these are probably Torx as well. Ugh, so much junk in there. Please don't judge me by how this looks. Not too bad, I guess. Can't quite get it down there far enough yet. Too much dirt. Now, from the looks of it, the bottom bolts are larger than the top ones, so we'll have to check that. They may be the same. Oh, no, they look the same now that I'm Now that I'm seeing it, I'm going to have to get a longer, what is that? So we found my Proxon Industrials. Nice tools. These are a really nice set. T27. And we can put it on the 1/4 inch drive with an extension. Oh, 27 is not fitting. Is that a 25? It is a T25. So they are smaller than... What? No, they're both T25. Boy, I don't know how I got those other ones off then. Ooh, these ones are tighter. Don't want to strip. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Okay. Wow, that whole thing slides out now. Guess we're going to see how that goes. But I can see the plug is not going to allow anything to pass here. So you are going to have to pull that plug out so that it can slide. See how it sits in the way here? So, spark plug wrench. Let's see if we can get that out of there. Okay, good. Ooh, that little plug is soaked. So the problem with running chainsaws not very often, is the gas evaporates and leaves you with a more of an oil mix than a gas mix. And that is the result. BM6F NGK. We'll blow this out and clean it up before we put it all back together. Make sure there's no crud around there. So now with the plug out, this should push through here. No? Don't know. Don't know what happens here. I think this all stays. This probably has to come off. There are bolts on the front. There's a bolt there. That's part of that. I don't think there's any other bolts here. Am I missing something? This pops off of here. Wow, is that dirty? Oh boy. I can see why we might have a problem here. Oh, you guys are not going to be happy with this. Check out that air cleaner in there. Right down in here. You can see how dirty that is. And the foam is basically gone. There's no foam left. So I want to be very careful with that. Once we pull this out of here, I want to get a vacuum and pull all that off there. And I guess we should get a new foam filter for that. I don't know if there's supposed to be a cap on there or what. But like this thing has ran like a top. Even with that foam basically gone. That's incredible. Like, how would you change that filter? I guess do exactly what I did, pull this case apart like that. Man, the new saws are sure easier to change. But I guess that's evolution, isn't it? Let's take this off just in case it's holding up something here. Look at that, eh? Got me good. Got a bleeder. Oh, that hurt. Safe to say this has to come off here. There we go. I can see the whole thing moving now. I have to go inside and get a Band-Aid here soon. So I've found some more information on Leon's chainsaw parts and repair. There's a parts diagram here that you can get for how this whole brake system comes together here. And it looks like I need to undo this bolt here so that the whole clutch piece can slide out of this spring. Now, I'm hoping I'm right. We will see. This could make a big twang spring noise and we could never get it back together, but we'll see. I have found the only Band-Aid in our house to fix the flesh wound, and it is a Mickey Mouse Band-Aid, so I'm hoping it gives me good luck. Well, it looks like if I just undo this screw here, which is different than all the rest because it has a washer on it, not a built-in collar. Actually has a separate washer. No, it's not too bad because this basically has to come up off of here. Is that all that it is? Something like this. That's how it all goes together. Oh, does that just slide? No. It's crimped in there. Okay, well that goes like that. And now, let's leave this like this. Now this should all slide out of here. Except for this run and kill switch needs to come off here. You'll need a needle nose plier for that. Or maybe just a screwdriver. There we go. So that that can pass the switch. Oh. Uh-oh, where'd that come from? Oh, the throttle right there. I guess that just pulls out of there. We're just going to leave that all like that, though. I'm not going to do anything with that. Boy, look at that carburetor. Man, I feel bad for that. That is dirty. So dirty. just pieces of foam. Came out quite nicely though. Oh, you poor neglected little saw. There we go. Wow, what a mess that is, eh? So this one, it doesn't go through the tank. I can see that already, which is good. It's a bolt that just gets pressed in from the back. So this is the fuel tank. We're going to be very careful with these because they're ancient. Now, without getting too crazy here, we should just be able to tap that out of there. Oh boy. There she goes. Oh, it doesn't. It's a square bolt. Like a very square bolt. Which is very odd looking. It's not quite out yet. Let's get a punch. That's it. That is the culprit. And it is some sort of special stud bolt. You can see the head is square. And you can see the threads are wrecked here. I could probably just retap it maybe. See how that goes. Wouldn't hurt to try. Oh boy. Am I glad I took this apart though, because it sure needs a good cleaning. Kenny's going to be watching this video from Open Air Adventure. He's just going to be shaking his head. Mike. That's exactly what he's going to do. Rightly so. Rightly so. Okay, so let's look at that. So it just has to fit between in there. It's interesting because is that really a special bolt then? Let me look and see if I have anything like this. Because it doesn't have to fit in the slot. It just fits between two cast pieces so that this can't turn when you're tightening the bar. And I think this is the reason this is a special bolt is because it's not threaded for this whole section, which is what has to pass through the cast. So let's see what we've got here. This looks like a 3-inch. And with that width, we can try it. That might spin though. Guess it's fine that it's threaded that way. See, this is a finer thread for sure than this would be, right? Just don't know if that'll turn inside that. Don't know if that is a big deal or not. Let's have a look-see here. Yeah, see, the problem with a regular bolt is it's just going to spin. The shoulders are not wide enough. It's just going to spin inside here and not line up. So we're going to order, I have to order the air cleaner anyway. We're going to order this actual special bolt because these are not going to work. Yeah, we're going to order this bolt and go with the proper bolt or stud, whatever that's called, and a new air cleaner. And we're going to have another video that has 2 parts. So this will conclude part A of the disassembly. of the Homelite chainsaw Super 2 SL. So let's get these parts on order, and we'll clean it all and put it all back together in the next video. So if you like these videos, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share them with a family member or friend. We'll see you on part B.